Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your weekly Sofa Manager Scottish football podcast, and this week we've got a frenzy of football to talk about, really. And we're still in pre-season, absolute madness. And I don't think we even have more competitive football during the main season itself. So in this week's show, we're going to discuss the European football from last week. That's Aberdeen and Celtic's games, as well as the Betfred Cup openers this weekend, which we were at. One of them, in fact, interesting. So we'll go in depth into a few games there. We'll also have some news, and we'll discuss the Star Soccer Sixes tournament in London and see what we thought of that. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, tonight, fresh from our yearly AGM meeting at the very official Musselburgh Racecourse, of course, we have the fastest loser, Darren Gibson. Hello, Darren.
Hello, Paul.
How did your gambling go at the
Not so
the
well.
horse race? Not so good. Well, anyway, pleasure to have you alongside him. He's the only man who actually got some action at the racecourse.
And some money.
There you go. It's a man with a brush of the knee. It's John Brown. Hello.
Hello.
You actually won something at the races.
I did.
Astounding.
I immediately lost it.
Well, the women were sensing that, and they were happy to pretend to take a picture and accidentally brush him. I went for a woman of another vintage, unfortunately. Striking up a conversation with the old dealies, but I was nonetheless happy to oblige. So of course, Paul. Anyway, let's get straight into things. So, first on my list this week, Aberdeen versus Sir Rocky Project. Sadly, I elected not to go to the game because we were treating fellow host John Brown and we were joining him in an amazing horse race meeting. I think I made the right decision there.
A little bit. I think so, yeah.
So, did you see any of this game at all? Did you hear it on the radio, Dan?
No, I didn't. I was working that night, Sam.
You listen on the radio, John?
Listened to the radio. Couldn't find a totally legitimate stream.
Did you have the same heart and mouth moment when the whole radio went down minutes before the match started?
Not particularly, no.
No.
I enjoyed a little Gaelic music before the interlude.
Oh yeah, you got the Radio Scotland is experiencing some issues right now. I'm like, what? You're about to kick off, no!
It's only Aberdeen, come on.
Well, at the end of the day, it wasn't such I think they were having the same sort of issues with Red TV as well. Actually, I saw some angry comments about that, which, I think a lot of people will have paid one off to see that. So
yeah.
Lots of unhappy people there, but maybe it was for the best.
Yep.
Maybe it was for the best. The game ended 1-1. So I guess, before we get into things too massively, I think that makes it very difficult for them going to Bosnia this week.
Very. I'd say so, yeah.
They now have to win. I know.
Score draw.
Score draw. I guess you have to score 2 really to
if you want to go straight through.
avoid extra time and penalties. So I guess the positives, they did score a
good goal as well.
Very good goal. Joe Lewis spotted around Ryan Christie from miles out. It was described on the radio as a volley pass from 60 yards out. You watch back and it was an incredible pass from the goalkeeper.
Aye, it's a good punt.
And Christie does it all himself. Takes on, dribbles the ball a bit further and nets it into the bottom left hand side. And credit to, I think, Ryan Christie. I think he had a fantastic game. And is actually quite a special player. We're very lucky to have on board this season. So that it was the same lineup from last season. I predicted a 4-4-2, kind of in the previews and weeks before. It didn't happen. It was the 4-2-3-1. Defence very much the same as last year. We'll come back to that in our negative section. 2 holding midfielders of Shinnie and Tandy, who seem to have a pretty good game.
Well, they've known each other from Inverness, so.
Well, that's the thing, you've got the familiarity there, and Shinnie's just a legend. Actually, so I've already said I thought Christie had a fantastic game. Mackay Stephen was an interesting decision to start.
I can't remember the last time he actually started a fixture.
Well, I don't think many people can. Signed the day before, as well, was a big shock to everybody to see him start. And as far as how he performed in the game, he missed a few big chances for Aberdeen and looked pretty rusty. Unsurprisingly, having not started so many games.
Yep, a new haircut.
I know a great one. he's not got much hair.
I've not seen it, but is it just totally shaved it off?
Skinhead. It doesn't suit it.
He's been chatting to Lee Griffiths about how to make the receding hairline look good. And that's not the school you go to for that sort of information. So I think personally I would have liked to have seen Greg Stewart, who'd been kind of scoring in pre-season.
I would have started him up front rather than Adam Rooney.
Well, again, Adam Rooney, I didn't hear much of him this game at all. Again, apart from missing a few headers, which he should really be scoring.
Absolutely, that's who he's played for.
And he's really under threat this season. Nicky Maynard came on late. You've got Stewart as a striker. You've got Scott Wright just come back from injury on the bench, and quite possibly Lou Moult coming in as well.
Yep. His positions look very precarious. Is Stockley still hanging around as well?
Stockley's still hanging around, as well as Miles Storey. But the rumour is they're looking to offload at least one of them.
Yeah, Storey for sure. He ended up in the
I
Championship.
don't know. I think Storey came on late here too. So Stockley was banned for being red carded in the previous qualifying fixture a year ago.
Last year.
That was again. Forget who that was again.
I forget. I think Maribor. Someone along those lines. So they're looking to offload one of those two players. But no, they played well in the first half, I would say. But as that half went on and they didn't score a second, I think scoring a second in that first half would have helped a lot. And the chances were definitely there. But I think Soroki, they had a close one right at the end of the first half, and that was the warning shot, fired from them.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll find teams in Europe are very clinical, so they only really needed one or two chances.
But they were saying that Soroki, the only thing they lacked was the final ball to really punish Aberdeen, and that came. And I think the 65th, nearly 70th minute.
Roughly.
I think you've seen highlights of the goal, haven't you, John?
I have. I apologise, I don't know their names for obvious reasons.
Goodness sake, how?
That is shocking.
Do you not watch the Bosnian League? I've got some interesting facts about the Bosnian League I want to tell us about this.
It's a curious one. The guy comes in, gets to the edge of the 18-yard box, and looks to kind of dink it into the two guys that are around about the penalty spot. Misses both of them, but luckily ends at the guys at the edge to the penalty box.
Who's completely unmarked.
But you wouldn't expect that from a guy 20 yards out though. Maybe he should have been closed in a lot quicker.
Oh, aye.
Because his touch was terrible.
Yeah.
But he set him up, he had a good run at it, and it was a good shot, no doubt about it. On the half volley. Right in the bottom corner. Joe Lewis had no chance.
No.
But you think, the luck involved, actually the ball landing at his feet, terrible touch.
Yeah.
And to still get it, that's frustrating, really frustrating.
I think you make your own luck. And Soroki in that second half, just controlled the game. Aberdeen were struggling to get out of their own half at times, and it was pretty grim. So they were the ones kind of pressing forward, which was what concerns me about the second leg, is they have the momentum kind of going forward now. And it's a team McInnes knew well. He spoke before the match, a new signing coming in from Rijeka, and he seemed to have the tactics down, but I think his players just didn't carry out the plan.
No, they were a bit tired as well, but I actually think the away leg will suit Aberdeen a bit better. They'll be playing kind of more on the counter. Aberdeen, the sort of games that you see them against Celtic, the kind of containment job and then breaking, especially in the Scottish Cup final, that was a real strength. If Aberdeen can hit them fairly early on in the first half on the break, that really puts the warning signs in for them.
Oh yeah.
And they'll be getting to panic a wee bit as well. It's a home crowd, for however big it may be.
It looks like a nice wee stadium actually. It looks like an Eastern European stadium, some open stands, some closed stands, but there's new seats in there, so it looks relatively modern. Some interesting facts about the Bosnian League.
Okay.
They qualified because they won the League Cup final in 2 legs. So going back to remember our East Fife facts from last week, some we used to do in the 1950s, and in Bosnia, do you know what they have in common with our league in Scotland?
Nope, 12-team league.
Yes.
There's a split.
There's a split. See, John knows these things. John knows these things. There's actually a top 6 split in Bosnia. So, eerily, I like there. I think for Aberdeen going out there to away leg, they really have to sort, dealing with the wingers. I think because Aberdeen actually were really punishing their full-backs in the first half, and then it kind of switched round because their most talented player is a full-back, Manlo. I'm going to call him Manlo. I don't think that's correct. I want to say Manolas, and I know that's definitely not the young 20-year-old who just gave Andrew Considine the runaround. And I think that's a real problem with Andrew Considine. Not such a natural left back, started his career at centre back. You say Shea Logan's a much, much stronger player, and that gives teams a real tactical advantage, I think. And you play your strongest man against their weakest defender, and switch that around. So, but even Logan didn't really have the greatest performances himself.
No, but like I say, I think the away leg will suit Aberdeen a bit better because there isn't that impetus for your fullbacks to get forward. So you're going to see Constantine play not as a centre back, as a too naive to say, but he will be sitting back a little bit more, which might suit him.
Yeah,
he'll be a little bit more comfortable. Logan, I just don't think had a great sort of time of it on the day. And you've always got Shinnie to play left back. I never understand why he isn't in there.
He's just almost too good to be wasted at left back, and that's why he's in the centre of the pitch.
You need to have a decent back four, and he would be part of that straight away.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. To build something good, you need a strong back four. And Aberdeen have been very prominent in signing attacking kind of players recently, and I think it's a very exciting team. I think if he changes one or two things for the away leg next week, I'm actually quite hopeful. Because their away form in Europe last time round was better.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it?
Yeah, it was a bit better.
But I need to be in top form now.
Oh, absolutely. The fitness needs to be. And I was seeing just before the game, McInnes was saying he gave him an extra 11 days off in the summer. And you're going, Nick, 7, that's probably enough. What are they going to do for 3-4 days?
Probably 7 plus the weekend.
Well, exactly. But the players that looked good were the new players that came in, not even the ones that have been training. So, we'll wait and see. We keep our fingers crossed. Absolutely, massively, especially me as a massive Aberdeen fan.
Can only hope.
We've tried to shore up the defence as well with the signing of Carrie Arneson in the last few days, which is an excellent signing.
Will he be available?
I don't think so.
I don't think it will be.
I think the deadline.
Where did they get him from?
Right down. That's a very good question. John, how familiar are you with the Cypriot League?
Was it Nicosia?
It could have been.
I'm sure we looked at this last week.
We did look at this last week. He was playing in Cyprus.
I'm sure it's Nicosia. It was Apollon Nicosia or something.
How did they kill him?
They were desperately googling anybody who'd ever played for Aberdeen and was ever
now it makes sense.
centre back.
Aberdeen cult heroes.
But I was reading an article today, and I remember him scoring like a 30-yard screamer, and it was a last-minute winner against Dundee United, and that sticks in my mind. And not much does from that season. I think Aberdeen were on the bottom 6, and he was more a defensive midfielder at the time. He's kind of worked his way back. But he's had an excellent career. Playing well with Malmo in the Champions League. I think I had a spell with Copenhagen as well, and played against Leicester in the Champions League. I might be making that up, don't quote me on that. And of course part of that amazing Iceland team. And we said, last week the Icelandic team is something we kind of aspire to emulate. Their own national system and how healthy they are.
Carry coming in.
Yeah, so 34-year-old seems to be fit as a fiddle. So I think him, I'd like another centre half, to be honest.
Easy.
I mean, Reynolds did save us a few times in that game, but he was still liable for mistakes. His pace seems to be a huge advantage, actually. But he's just too much of a liability. So keep our fingers crossed. I'm going to say they're going to do it. It's live on Premier Sports, so I'll pay for that. We'll just not stream. John Brown's your expert there. If you ever need a stream, find it. So, wish them all the best. Do you think they'll win out there, John?
I'll be a score draw.
Score draw. What do you think, Dan?
I hope they will. I'm hoping like a wee 1-0 victory or something like that.
I'm hoping for a 1-0.
I don't want all the Scottish teams to go out. Like probably Celtic will get through, but you don't want the rest of them.
Yeah, I think even if Celtic get through, it's still a failure.
Yeah,
because Celtic are they're a different team. They're not part of.
I mean, you don't really class Celtic as a. It sounds stupid to say, but as a Scottish team anymore, because they're so far ahead of everyone else. It's incredible. You don't want them in the same basket.
No, absolutely not. Which brings us nicely on to Celtic in the Champions League. So they won 2-0. We didn't see the match because we were again away at the sound effects of the match. I don't think there's any football-related names for any horses, was there?
No,
No, I don't think so.
Big finish for Economic Crisis. One of John's business horses who we wrote off but actually placed despite being a massive outsider. So no, Celtic won 2-0 away to Linfield, and some fans did actually make the trip. And ironically, politically motivated, I guess, we saw one of the DUP members try to enter through one of the Celtic's turnstiles. If you don't know, DUP, massive kind of nationalist stuff like that. So a little bit embarrassing for them. I heard it was a good first half performance from Celtic, and they just kind of let off the gas in the second half, or the Buckfast, should I say. Interesting picture doing the rounds. Do you see this, Darren?
Yeah, that's it. The bottle was empty, wasn't it?
Half empty.
Half empty, exactly.
It was empty by the time we got to the ref.
There we go. That's why he was booked.
Stephen.
Yeah, I think they were saying that was the part of the memes, like what's more embarrassing than throwing a bottle of Buckfast at Lee Griffiths, throwing half a bottle of Buckfast at Lee Griffiths. So he got booked for that, which is
ridiculous.
Maybe he thinks he brought it out of his shorts or something like that. Maybe that's what gets him psyched up before the game. So we fully expect Celtic to go through here. As Linfield travel to Celtic Park, and I've actually cheekily asked for more tickets than their allocation initially.
Yeah, I did see more.
Which I thought was a bit cheeky after Celtic,
Like, effectively denied tickets. I mean, in the spirit of things, Linfield should have done the same.
Absolutely, that's my opinion, absolutely.
It was like, if you're not getting some, you're not getting some, it's...
No. Actually, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous. There's been some hooting and hawing about police and stuff as well, and Celtic as to who. So it's all a bit silly, Let's get them dealt with out of the way.
The Linfield fans have rammed into the wee corner that the away fans always get at Celtic Park. A couple hundred police will deal with that, no problem.
No, there weren't actually that many people at Windsor Park anyway. It was only half full.
Empty for a big game, quote unquote.
But Linfield not a big team, and it is the national stadium. It'd be like Queen's Park playing Motherwell at Hampden. Madness. Essentially, so no, I expect them to go. Do we know who they're going to be playing at all?
Currently one each between Dundalk and Rosenborg. So
they'd love a Dundalk.
It would be Dundalk. I reckon Dundalk might get through. It's in Rosenborg, it's in Norway, the second leg, but Dundalk had a good. I think they got to the Europa League group stages last season.
And they topped their group for a while.
Yeah, sure,
and until Zenit and things kind of flexed their muscles.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was Legia Warsaw that popped them out of the Champions League playoffs.
Yes.
Was it? I think it was Legia. It was, because they would have ended up in the same group as Real Madrid and Tottenham had they have got through.
Yeah. The stadium was actually alright. I watched a few of the games because they were such standouts of that Europa League last year.
They were talking, if it is Celtic, it probably will be, and they're going to move it to the Riva Stadium. So that'll be 50,000-60,000.
We'll have to go again.
Yeah, we'll need to.
We obviously went to Dublin last year to see Celtic play Barcelona. Great stadium.
It was a nice stadium.
And great city as well, so if you're ever looking for a football away day,
it's a good start.
Travel to a place. Interestingly, it's Dundalk, home of Dean Shields. Last year. Did he play in the Europa League? No, he didn't. Signing for Dunfermline today. So we'll see how that one goes, but Aberdeen looks like we'll go out to another separated side. Maybe that's why Carrie Anderson's been brought in again. He was wait in Cyprus in the hope that we're coming out there. Limassol?
Yeah, Limassol, yeah.
A popular holiday destination.
Indeed, it's just party time.
Yes. Oh no. The night before they're all going to be on it.
All the Ryanair flights will be booked out.
Like all these nutters going to Magaluf, John? So I thought that'd be good for the Aberdeen fans to out to. And I think that rounds up our European coverage.
Indeed.
Straight on to what was really interesting. About the weekend we had our first competitive football games.
Hey.
Teams generally slash ticket prices. I saw concessions were usually about £6, adults about 12. We were lucky at Falkirk getting for £5, and a whole pound cheaper.
Well done.
So I think they made a bit of a mistake there actually. Pricing a little bit too low. And a healthy 2,000 people.
It was a good crowd, but I said it's a good crowd. Everyone kind of shoved into the main stand. It was quite nice, made for a better atmosphere.
Lots of Sterling fans there. I kind of round the ground, attendance's kind of varied from poor to kind of average. Some people are just going to cram into some of these wee kind of non-professional league grounds and such like. So We'll start with a few kind of feature games, the ones that were on the television. Heaven knows how. But I guess the most exciting tie of the weekend was the Ayrshire Derby. Of course, Ayr United played Kilmarnock. And did you see highlights of the game, John?
I did, aye. I don't think there was a huge amount of chances.
No.
At the end of the game.
It's a Scottish football game, I don't know. what do you expect?
They were kind of saying the radio, by the end, both teams are out on their feet.
Aye.
Purely it's like the first competitive game so soon after pre-season.
And it's been a big derby, they both would have really been going for it.
Go for it, yeah. Ultimately, I won 1-0, goal just before half time. A good header, actually. I think it was Andy Keegan managed to get through the two defenders.
He was quite prominent in that first half, actually. He had a lot of the play went down that right hand side. There's been a kind of given a run around with that Jordan Jones boy.
A little bit.
I think it's going to be the subject of many fouls this season. A lot of bookings will be caused for people taking him down. A very good dribbler on the ball. He didn't put his head up, he never put in any crosses as far as I saw.
Nah, that's the biggest problem with some players. It's all the pace and you kind of miss out the basics sometimes.
Exactly. But Ayr looks very, very up for it in this one compared to Kilmarnock, I would say.
Aye, it was quite surprising. I predicted a score draw before it. But we basically early in the season, neither team really had much fitness, so it was a level playing field for that stage. And if I could kind of gather from the highlights, Kilmarnock ran out of steam, ran out of ideas by the end of it. Ayr kind of controlled the game out to the end.
Well, from what I saw on the television, Kilmarnock had some really interesting ideas from set pieces. So there was one amazing set piece where they're all just kind of in the box, kind of towards the front post. So everyone's thinking this is going to be played short. Plays it long. Guy comes absolutely steamrolling in from the halfway line to volley it. Unfortunately, Scottish footballers shot straight above the sand, which is not hard at Somerset Park. But no, interesting from that. And they did some of Falkirk antics of when players kind of gather together and swirl out. The defence is just like, oh my god. None of it worked ultimately, but in open play, there was none of that kind of tactical thinking there.
No, there's nothing kind of clear cut really from either.
So I think McCulloch, you could argue rightly so, with a weaker teams focusing on the set pieces, trying to hit teams, as a bit of a surprise. So I struggled really to create any chances. The game was very much played in the midfield.
Aye, a lot of it was kind of down to fitness, and it's just far too early in the season for either team to really find form, or you're gelling a whole lot of new players as well. The interesting thing about that though is this is the first time Ayr United have been full time for many a year.
Yeah, unusual since they got relegated.
It was a weird way to do it, as you recall. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out over the season. I think they might be the only full-time team in League One.
The thing is, they go into League One with a number of other competitive teams. Alloa played quite well at the weekend.
Yep.
And
Wraith as well will be challenging.
Yeah, so I think the top of all these leagues have kind of quality teams to challenge for these leagues. So it'll be tough for Ayr. But I think they were probably the best League One side I saw during the weekend.
It was certainly one of the best results for a League One side, like the lower league side, from match day one, which we'll get to.
Absolutely. Some stats from the game: 6,000 turned up for that derby.
Is that right?
I can't remember. I don't know if they'll have had that. They were saying half 3,000, and Kilmarnock fans half 3,000. Ayr fans,
right.
And Ayr extend a 27-year, I think, unbeaten streak at Somerset Park against Kilmarnock.
Nice.
That's interesting.
So they'll be pretty happy with that. I also saw the debut of new BT Sport commentator at the weekend. He's the boy that does the YouTube commentary.
He does a lot of golf as well.
He might do.
I forget his name. I remember looking at it once it was announced and seeing golf and thought, oh no.
No,
is he any good?
I thought he was alright. He has a very difficult job in that he's either sitting in between Michael Stewart and Chris Sutton, sorry.
Yeah.
Or Stephen Craigan and Chris Sutton. None of them.
It doesn't gel. That's true. Yeah.
I saw a bit in the commentary where I think St Mirren were playing Stranraer at the weekend. Am I right in saying? And Chris Sutton, because they're doing this kind of score updates. I think it was Chris Sutton was saying. Well, this I think was the Motherwell game. Sorry. Because someone was saying, they should bring on John Sutton there at Stranraer. And Michael Stewart comes down and says it's pronounced Stranraer. Yeah, I got it, Michael.
Top part of
I think he would have been excited at the SNP banner they had at the Air advertising hoardings in the corner there. He's got a difficult job. He seems to do that. I think he struggled to do as well as our previous commentator.
I did agree with one of the best kind of commentators we've had in a long, long time.
No, good to have him there. So Jamie McDonald was back in the Kilmarnock goal after Freddie Woodman.
Aye, yep.
Back to Newcastle after his stunning under-21 performance, but they're looking to bring in Cammy Bell. Do you think that's a fair thing? I mean, you've seen Jamie McDonald for Falkirk in the past, Dan, I think. You think you really need a better keeper than that?
I think he can do the job for Kilmarnock, to be honest. Cammy Bell just seems to jump about from every team, doesn't he?
Was he at Rangers for us?
Was at Rangers for a while, I don't. Where was he last season, John?
Yeah, Dundee.
Right.
Captain.
He just seems to jump about.
He only saved 3 penalties in one game last year against United Dunfermline.
I suppose the Lee McCulloch connection might actually be
that's
big
true.
on there.
That's true. Lee McCulloch's apparently quite scary. So he's maybe shouted at him and hey, I'm coming.
You're welcome, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you think, John?
Cammy Bell, as good a keeper as any, I suppose, at this level. Jamie McDonald will never forgive him for the cup final, so.
I made a bit of a hill on
it. Absolutely harsh of that, so he's a crap keeper in my book by any stretch.
It's fine. Falkirk could have a League Cup coming their way anytime soon. Oh no, a Scottish Cup.
Well,
so we'll wait and see. So, other game on television. Weekend. Amazingly at 3 o'clock. Queen's Park versus Motherwell, which I was kind of took me aback. I didn't really look at the scheduling, but I didn't see it was on. So, you think this is something that could maybe happen more often in Scottish football, Dan? 3 PM on telly?
It'd be good, but at the same time, it's not going to happen. I wouldn't think. Because TV rights and all.
But then this was a Saturday, it wasn't 3 PM, it's still looking on. And I know it's a cup competition in pre-season, but
because there's no league campaign, it's fine. Because they do it, the only time you'll really see a 3 PM on the telly is cup finals. And
which is on a Sunday.
Yeah. No, the Scottish Cup finals on a Saturday.
Really?
Always. The League Cup final can change.
Yeah.
Dependent on who's playing, I think. But during the League Cup final, you'll never ever see a 3 PM kick-off live on British telly. I'm not happy.
Could be a way to push the Scottish game.
No, why would you do that?
Well, I don't know. I see your point. Yeah, but let's be honest, the game that was on at 3 PM, Motherwell, Queen's Park.
I mean, if anything, that game encouraged you to go out and watch another game.
Aye. Not a classic piece of kind of football. I thought Queen's Park, they were beaten, unfortunately, 5-1 in the end. But went in at the first half, 1 each, I believe, and they gave a very good account of themselves, I thought. First thing I'd say about Queen's Park, really cool kit.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Iron Brew. Of all people, it's a really
black, white, horizontal lips, and
it's kind of grey shorts or something.
Yeah, really dark. Really good. I mean, they're fundamentally an amateur setup as well.
I know.
It was really quite a good outing for them. We got lucky they actually get beat 5-1.
I think in that first half, they did. We'll discuss a bit later with Falkirk and Stirling the match we went to. Stirling were very open and kind of went for it. Foolishly, we lost 3 goals in the space of like 15 minutes. Whereas Queen's Park were much more kind of condensed. They played 5 at the back. Gus McPherson, us formerly of St Mirren fame, really had them set up to be compact, to be defensive. And that did cause Motherwell a lot of problems. They weren't really finding the gaps, the spaces, and everything was really played in front of them up until somebody made a mistake.
Aye, that will always happen at that level.
Exactly. Just the first goal was a wee lapse in concentration that allowed Chris Cadden to actually score a goal. He's been looked at by Hearts.
He was, yeah.
Did you really notice him last season at all?
No.
I was very surprised by that. He was looking alright in that game. Motherwell playing a kind of fairly experimental side with some new signings. I didn't really see any standout performances there. So I kind of worry for Motherwell a bit this season. I think that quality has maybe got worse.
I think they're going to struggle. I mean, they've certainly got quite a few new faces in. The only one I can really remember off the top of my head is Gail Bigger-Amana.
Oh, your Newcastle man.
From
Oh, yeah, he
Newcastle.
came off. 70 minutes through or something?
Yep.
Because I still up the whole game.
So we'll see if he gets on. I'm curious to know.
I think Fisher, one of the strikers, formerly of Inverness, a new keeper, Mark Bridgers as well. So I think 9 new faces in total, 5 in that starting team. So very much an experimental phase.
Might take a while to gel.
It might take a while to gel. But to be fair to them, they did not squander many chances when they got them.
No, not at all. They were clinical. I think Queen's Park did tired at the end.
Oh yeah.
And thought they were kind of getting. What a wonderful free kick from Louis Walton.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I'm glad that he's coming to Aberdeen. They actually did send a tweet out saying, confirming that I think that they negotiated a fee with Aberdeen for him, which was quickly
they took
deleted.
it back down. Yeah, I heard that.
So you wonder, has someone got into the account and said that, or is this another? Who else did it recently?
Oh,
Some other big team.
can't remember. Yeah.
Is it Hibs? Hibs are looking for a new striker, but
Hibs maybe did it with Cummings or something.
maybe.
This happens all the time anyway. You see it with like big
Yeah.
Man City players and stuff like that. So if Moult leaves, but to be fair, one of the strikers, Bowman, actually scored a couple of good goals. Second goal in particular, did you see that one?
Was it the chip?
Yes.
Yep. Seen that, it was good. His first goal was really good as well. It was a good touch.
It was
It was nice, there was good bit of movement. I can't remember if it was for the second.
I think was there not a mistake from the two defenders that kind of ran into each other, and it kind of left two defenders to kind of try. But yeah, very good moment. So really not many in that game at all.
That was 1,000.
Oh,
Was it?
maybe. Hampden maybe doesn't
You
flatter.
need to remember where it was. Yeah.
Hampden, it was at Hampden, so Motherwell with a wee bit of experience there
What good was that? Good game.
for their cup final, I think so. Yeah. So yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes. But I was actually quite impressed with the Queen's Park striker. I think Orr was his name, playing the lone striker role. Had a bit of a tough game, but held it up well. And very much took the challenge to 4-man defence by him. Oh no, 3-man defence, so only 3 at the back. Hate 3 at the back, but okay.
I don't like 3 at the back.
You get to be a solidly good team, I think, to play 3 at the back.
3 at the back. Yeah.
So he made difficult chances for himself, but really struggled. So no, good effort.
Yeah.
Queen's Park, you're one of my favourites, that's for sure.
It was just under 1,600 at the game.
Just under 16. It's not bad.
Not bad.
That's not too bad.
It looks worse. Yeah, being at Hampden.
I thought Motherwell would have took more. So the only time they're going to get to Hampden.
Not many of these Premiership teams really took many away fans. But Queen's Park celebrating a famous anniversary this year, aren't they, John?
150th anniversary.
150. Oldest team in Scotland now?
No, I don't think they are.
One of certainly. Well, John,
There is someone older than them, I'm sure.
they're not alive today.
Maybe Bob Lark or
So
something.
celebrating big, and some of the organisers, some of the earliest football matches, that's for sure. So glad to see they're still going in the same spirit, almost as the old days, with the Hamilton stress up.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're on to our last focus game before we rattle through get our quick summary.
Sorry, they are the oldest club.
All right. Thank you for coming back into the podcast to correct me that I was
Thank you,
correct.
John.
No, I'm going to bug me son, say that.
Right. 150 years.
Kilmarnock are second oldest,
Oh really?
1869.
And look where they are compared to Queen's Park. Unbelievable. Kirk Broadfoot turned out for them as well the weekend.
Is that right?
I did see that. I was
The new old man of the team. I say.
didn't make sense.
Obviously must be big pals with big Lee McKilloch.
Yeah. It's these Rangers connections again.
I look for Stephen A. Smith to come back soon.
It's going to be like a Rangers Legends team.
Rangers come back.
Union.
Aye. Did Broadfoot not play the UEFA Cup final though?
He did, aye.
That's nuts. Where did they play before Rangers, John? Tricky question there.
Oh, it wasn't Inverness.
It wasn't Inverness, you're right. They're playing Stripes though. You can do it. He's Agaa. Come on.
I don't have no idea.
Was it some Nah.
There you go. See, Darren knew. So there you go. Good to see him back, and we'll see what other Rangers rejects appear. Shame they've lost Christoph Ayer. I think played in the Celtic friendly against Leon, where they got pumped 4-0. Very much a secondary team. So on to our last game of focus, as we said earlier. the game that John and I went to. Darren, don't worry, you didn't miss out.
Didn't miss too much.
4 goals in fairness. We went to our home team, Falkirk, against Stirling Albion, which they kind of routed 4-1 really.
Right, watch it. Could have been double figures.
Dominating performance.
Saw the highlight.
Did you?
Yeah.
Falkirk TV.
Yeah, Falkirk TV.
They're very
A few
open.
days later.
Aye, they're very open with that now, actually.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like it's a reasonably good quality.
That is. Sort of ripped off Sky Sports logo, but well.
Yeah,
I saw interviews with striker Rory Loy and new man Alex Harris after the game on the social media page.
Oh, right, yeah.
Doing a great job there. Look at the Sofa Manager Instagram if you like my services. Pick the phone. We'll do it for free as long as I get entrance to the game and money for a really big camera that everyone had at the weekend. But they had did you see the waterproofs they had for some of the cameras?
Oh yeah, yes.
Goodness, it was a flipping tent attached to these things.
Definitely, this boy's living in a gazebo, like
Nuts, absolutely nuts. But it was a rainy game,
Right.
which I always think was quite heroic. I remember if you get some good pictures of a rainy shot and celebration, it looks like you were in battle. If you're in what Battlefield 1, that World War 2 kind of
in the mud.
raising your gun with your kind of left elbow.
In the AstroTurf mud.
And that was one good thing. So you're pleased to see your team back in kind of competitive play, John?
It was quite good. Me and Darren had been to the Edinburgh City game pre-season, and it was a very difficult thing to judge. The pitch was terrible, and it was pre-season.
Yeah.
But it was mostly the same lineup. Harris played on the left. No, Harris played on the right, Craig on the left, which I thought was a bit strange.
Harris very much I thought was a floater. In more ways than one.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I don't know. He scored a sitter and missed a sitter.
He did miss a set, but he set up a few goals, as he did in the Edinburgh City game. So early signs are promising, I have to say. One or two things need to gel, I think.
He played okay against Edinburgh City in the season game, actually.
He's looking like a good player. I think he plays some confidence, as all wingers do.
Oh yeah.
So that's a few early goals, get him off the mark.
Did he start his career at fullback and just moved up there?
I'm not too sure.
I think he was a fullback to start with it. But it is good, and that's one of the things I saw from Falkirk was more use of their width. It was a very typical 4-4-2 kind of setup, but I thought, last season towards the end, I thought they played very, very poorly. Their attack was very one-dimensional. Here, there was much more variety.
It was all on the deck as well, which was a huge improvement. You take last season, it was all Route 1 to Lee Miller. This season, when you've got Lloyd, you've got Austin, Lloyd's the kind of guy who would drop a little bit deeper.
I see that they call Nathan Austin Fash.
Aye.
Why?
Fash isn't like Flash Austin.
Who's Fash Austin?
I think he's like a player like Flash. With his pace.
Right, right. Oh, really? No, I saw that and was a bit confused. I thought, Rory Loy on his kind of competitive debut there for Falkirk had a really good game. Lots of really good movement, just a really different down. The whole thing was just new and fresh.
Yeah, it was like
Makes that change.
And then the old guard came on.
This is the Falkirk I know.
We saw the introduction of Mark Kerr for Joe McKee, who was a kind of quiet revelation in that first half. My brother who was at the game with us said he was man of the match. I really have not seen him. He's like, no. When he comes off, he was central midfielder Joe McKee, who played sporadically towards the end of last season.
Injuries really hit him hard last season.
So this is kind of his first kind of full season in Falkirk boots. But at central midfield, he did that. He was that engine.
Oh, I mean him, and he made Tyle look a better player.
Tyle's guff.
He's not. How do you possibly say that?
Tyle's been rubbish since his Hibs and come on, not days.
I don't think he could have.
Certainly his Hibs days. Absolutely guff.
You're having a laugh. Come on. Tyle is so underrated, it's unbelievable. He's the only guy in that team that can
No, he's underrated for good reason.
Honestly, him and McKee in that centre midfield allowed Harris to bomb forward, Craig to be a bit more expressive, giving space for Lloyd to drop in and link up play. Very underrated. He's done a lot of the sort of dirty stuff no one else will do.
Couldn't he shoot for Toffee though?
No, he can't shoot for Toffee. Not defensive midfielder.
I think that was
Lloyd had a bit of a go at him actually in one of the post-match interviews.
Did he?
He was like, I set him up a few times and he missed them. And then he had the opportunity to set me up and he made a mess of it.
I thought Loy actually was very, very good in his post-match interview. He spoke very, very well. And he was so encouraging about, Austin and stuff like that.
Oh,
so, I'm competing for my place just like the rest of these guys. And I thought, that's good mentality. Harris was a little bit less articulate.
Yeah,
he's a younger lad.
He might be like dealing the headlights, but it's more what he does in the park than what he does with a microphone in his face. So.
Absolutely. So amazingly, after slating them for ages and ages, I think this is a better lineup for this season. Things are starting to settle down.
It looked encouraging, and when you see the bench as well, if you take out Kerr, it looked okay. People like started to come in.
Well, we saw
one on each side.
Young Kevin O'Hara come in at striker, who has played sporadically in recent years. Should have scored a flipping goal against Rangers had John Baird not been a massive dafty, sitting offside and stole it for the pure young lad. Didn't really play much last season, but seems to come more into the fold this season. So they've got lots and lots of options around the field, really, actually.
Yeah, it was looking okay. I mean, they desperately need a right back, but they're not going to get it when you've got Kiddo.
Kiddo from Edinburgh City.
As we discovered, Lewis Kidd's nickname, oh dear.
The banter in that dressing room must be quite something to behold.
PG.
I don't know. I thought Muirhead had an alright game, scored the penalty. Again, obviously Tony Gallagher, who we're now likely to see, he was touted as very much a wonder kid, looked at by Chelsea, I think at one point in time. Barcelona, all been out to see this guy. I don't entirely know why, but he did look promising.
He looked very comfortable. He wasn't challenged much.
Well, he was often ahead of Harris, on the field of play. So happy to dribble the ball forward. Do you think he can maybe fill that gap left by fans' favourite kind of Craig Sipples to become that hero figure for Falkirk?
He's the kind of next homegrown figure. I think between him and O'Hara, the other two kind of youngsters that'll break through this season, maybe Cameron Blues.
There's got to be a good chance to go with Cameron Blues. I think.
He'll be forever Blues.
There must be something. Who's your favourite Falkirk player, Dan? Do you think?
Now I'd probably say just looking at the highlights from the other day, probably like McKee. I was quite impressed by him, to be honest. I think if he continues the form that he's been showing so far, like that could be a player to watch. I'd say him. I'm hoping Austin has a better season this year, but you never know what you're going to get with him. He scored loads of goals towards the end of last season, so I hope he continues. And Rory Loy, I think that's a really good signing for Falkirk.
Yeah. Do you think that Rory Loy is the kind of signing that will take them to the Championship?
The Premiership.
What I mean by the Championship is the you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, to win the league.
To win the Championship.
Yeah.
You think so?
Especially if he's played in the Premiership.
That's a good point.
The only thing right now is I'm now living in just a Falkirk bubble, so I can only see what we're doing, and you kind of ignore like how they've done United look at the moment. Like Dunfermline scudding Elgin 6-0. It's like, is that a red light?
We'll get onto that in our wee Betfred Cup summary. But before we do that, just a quick word on Stirling Albion, because we haven't really They were honking.
Rubbish.
Absolutely honking. When we said that Queen's Park were very kind of compact, defensive, well organised, no. Stirling Albion, I think at one point Rory Loy picked up after the game as they were much more open and kind of went for the game. But they just didn't have any firepower or any talent or ability. One guy I pick out is Ross Kavanagh, who's the left midfielder number 11 nearest us.
Oh, hi.
In the second half, who must be the most honking footballer I've ever seen in my life. He couldn't drive past players every time he crossed the ball. It was just so bad.
If I'd been a Stirling striker, I would have been going off my head.
Oh, he was absolutely. They were so much better down the right, but they just kept coming down.
Kept coming down the left.
Just returned from a loan spell from Cumbernauld Colts.
Wow.
So you're a professional there. No, just when Stirling Albion got their consolation goal after the old guard came on and Mark Kemp made a howling mistake. The Stirling Albion fans were up going, it's too effing easy, it's too effing easy. This was 87 minutes in. And they were great actually, there was quite a number of them. So credit to Stirling Albion fans if you went there.
Yeah, maybe.
Who scored for them? Was it Dan Smith or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll say yes.
It's really hard to know anything about these teams.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I noticed very much in the VT Sport commentary. Is there's, they put up the starting lineup. So it's like, Chris, what do you have comment-wise on air? It looks to be a 4-4-2. The striker playing off the other striker. Really don't know much about any of these players.
They're playing white.
Pretty much. What I found out about, I don't know. So it's really difficult to know about these teams. But we are going to try and do our best to inform you. So, cue the new cheesy jingle.
The Betfred Cup Roundup, brought to you by SofaManager.com, the #1 place for Scottish League Cup coverage.
And anyway, straight into Group A. So we've already discussed this a little bit. We'll round up the group for you. Falkirk returned from their pre-season in Budapest, looking hungry for a victory. Netting 4 against a naive and open Stirling Albion team. But they managed to capitalise on some poor mistakes to grab a wee consolation at the end, and saving themselves from the bottom of the group. That title goes to Brecon City, who are roundly beaten 3-0 by Inverness Caledonian Thistle. John Robertson putting on some comfy slippers there to watch his Inverness side dominate a fellow championship side, and former Falkirk player managing there, Darren Dodds. So this could be a bad sign for Brecon, struggling against fellow championship contenders. So Falkirk and Inverness top the group, whilst Stirling Albion and Brecon are at the bottom. Forfar will host Brecon in their next game tonight, hoping for their first points, while Inverness will travel the length of the A9 to Stirling.
John Boy, Group B. So this is another championship side who are looking to do well this season in Dunfermline. Not too well, I hope. They started their Group B Betfred Cup against Elgin in East End Park. Quite simply, this finished 6-0. Park grabbed 4 goals. The greedy 5-up. Putting in Smith in extra time on the scores. Good, moving on, right? Peterhead also had the chance to make it through the group stage for the second time in as many seasons. They started off with a tie against East Fife. Will they managed to grab a 1-0 win. It reads as a tight affair, with a much rated McAllister grabbing the goal for Peterhead on 10 minutes. Neither side managed to muster any more goals, however builds in the match against Hearts. It should be an interesting affair on Tuesday night.
And into Group C, where we had Cowdenbeath with a 4-2 victory over Buckie Thistle. Buckie Thistle scored the opening goal and then went on to score a second. Also then Cowdenbeath coming back into the game and scoring 4 goals, ended up 4-2 to them. In the other game we had Dundee United with a 2-0 victory over Raith Rovers. Paul McMullen scoring a goal there, and James Keatings, the 2 new signings. Good victory for Dundee United, and they will be looking for another victory on Wednesday night against Buckie Thistle away. Then we also have on tonight Raith Rovers versus Dundee.
There we go, on to Group D now. Quick fire, we're all keep the stats coming at you. In Group D, a Murray hat-trick, 2 from Simon, 1 from Fraser, set Hibernian on their way to steamrolling League 2 minnows Montrose. And there aren't going to be any pennants on show anytime soon. Jermaine Pennant not signing there, but Effie Ambrose has been found. Check out the Weird Wally Instagram page for more. Second place, fellow Premiershipman Ross County had a steadier night. Started putting 2 past top League 1 side Alloa, who might struggle to pull off the surprise qualification they did last time. Tonight's game see Alloa host Arbroath in their lovely purple kits as they start their campaign, and the Stags will travel to Montrose to see if they can overhaul Hibernian to go top of the table.
The Group E, I'll let you go back and listen to the Ayrshire derby between Kilmarnock and Ayr United. It finished 1-0 if you've skipped over it. In the other tie, it took place between Clyde and Annan at Broadwood. It was an all League 2 affair, where we were both looking to grab all 3 points. After a goalless first half, Clyde were the first to open the scoring from... can't remember. Oh, Paul got his head in his hands. David Gimbilly grabbed the second actually.
There you go.
Spot from on Oslador's cross.
I'm going to put
Get
that
easier
in.
then, please. Annan did manage to grab a league consolation from Swinglehurst, my favourite name in League 2.
Sounds like the German Bundesliga too.
They capitalised from a defensive mistake.
And in Group A, we had Berwick a 1-0 defeat against Morton. Morton winning the game via an own goal. Fleming with the goal there. And in the other game, Motherwell had a 5-1 victory over Queen's Park at Hampden. Louis Moult and Bowman scored 2 goals there, and Motherwell and Queen's Park will be looking for another, looking to get on the victory trail with a away game at Morton, and Edinburgh City versus Berwick in another game.
There we go. In Group G, Hamilton managed to spare their blushes by scoring 2 late goals to avoid drawing with record-breaking non-professional league side East Kilbride. I think the pyro the Hamilton fans brought there. With a couple of hundred Accies fans inspired, Lou Longridge and Ali Crawford to the 3-1 victory and to the lead of the group. Equal first place team, however, Queen of the South also had to come from behind away to lower opposition at Stennismuir. The Warriors went ahead to a McGugan penalty, but a brace from talisman Stephen Dobie, unsurprisingly, and defender Sean Rooney saw them replicate Accies' results. Albion Rovers will host Steny tonight to start their campaign in a close contest, while East Kilbride face a challenging trip to Dumfries. At least they'll get the worst out of the way early with the 2 championship sides, and I think it was a huge achievement just to get a goal and push Hamilton. Last but not least,
In Group H, I'll try to remember the scorers this time. So the final group is where you'll be a brave fool to see who's going to win and progress to the last 16. It's a really tough start for Partick Thistle as they travel through to League 1 winners Livingston. And the visitors had the best finish to the league for many years and looked to build on the feel-good factor emanating from the Glasgow club. Partick were the ones to take the lead after 15 minutes as Livingston's defence made a series of mistakes to allow the prolific Erskine to foul past to Alexander Millie goal. Partick held on to the 1-0 lead going into the break and must have come out stooping as Livingston grabbed an early equaliser after the restart. Jacobs picked up the ball and at the edge of the box and made a half a yard before firing past Cherney. Despite a lot of huffing and puffing, neither side could find a winner, and the tie became the first of this round of this season to go to a penalty shootout, where Livingston won 3-1 to grab the bonus point. Elsewhere down in South Coast, Stranraer were hosting St Mirren, as Jack Ross looked to build the momentum generated from the end of last season. Meanwhile, Stranraer were buzzing from their pre-season tie against Dutch Giants FC 20, and the lessons learned from that tie have given Stranraer players something to talk about for a long time. Indeed, that experience against FC 20 perhaps inspired Stranraer to take the lead after 10 minutes, as Agnew, fuck your name.
Agaa,
This isn't Magaluf. He angled his shot past Samson and goals. It didn't take long for St Mirren to equalise, however, as new signing Gavin Rayleigh got off the mark. He lashed onto a rebound off the bar for Morgan's shot. Another debut in Ross Stewart put St Mirren ahead just after half time. And then from goal number 4, goal number 3 also came from Gregor Buchanan as he put the tie to bed at 4-1 to St Mirren.
The Betfred Cup Roundup brought to you by SofaManager.com, the #1 place for Scottish League Cup coverage.
and there we go. That's our first roundup. Hope you enjoyed. We're trying to do that
I love it more professionally.
week in, week out, but I like that format. Quick fire. Word of the week goes to John for emanating. Wow. So good fun. I think not many surprises there, not as many as we saw last time round.
Nah, not particularly.
Championships.
Championship?
Some Aberdeen roots coming through there. Championship sides kind of shown strongly. The only really banana was Kilmarnock. Surprising to see the lower sides, East Kilbride getting a goal. Bucky Thistle 2, I think.
4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. Yeah.
A few goals there, so credit to them. And there was pyro. I don't think about Accies. There was a smoke bomb at Kilmarnock, so you'll have to see that sort of thing, John.
Mm.
And it's great, obviously. Livingston, well done them.
I think that was one of the bigger upsets.
The bigger upsets. So again, Inverness with a big victory, Falkirk with a big victory, Dunfermline with a huge victory, Dundee United with a big victory, and Livingston. So that's 5 teams, all really in contention for the championship, all playing well.
It's looking good.
So it's looking very exciting, exactly. So just to round us off topic-wise, this weekend at the O2 Arena in London, we had the Soccer Sixes.
Yes.
Kind of reminiscent back to the days of the Legends tournaments. You a big fan of them, Darren?
Yeah, I like it. It's good. I always liked the Masters football. So.
Yeah, it was very different though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The setup.
Yeah.
What was different about it, Dan?
Well, the whole competition wasn't set up to be the same as the Masters, so I think they wanted it to be just sort of like a European, obviously, sort of market, so they tried to get like one big name star from each country, so like Spain, France, who else was in it? They had Denmark. So they'd have one team captain, and then he would pick the rest of the team, as far as I'm aware.
Oh yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they were all ringing each other to see who they could
just
get to play fives that night.
Pulling all the mates up. Yeah.
We Facebook message that.
Yeah, pretty much. No Efe Ambrose though, because you couldn't find him.
No. He would have been in Nigeria still though.
He could have been, but he's not a legend. Yeah, some of them. I think Bender was playing or something.
I think so.
Some of them maybe not so much legends.
Yeah, but I seen a few of the games. It was good. I enjoyed it, especially when like in the summer when you've not got much other football on. It's good to have something to tune into like that. It was quite good seeing the legends coming back out.
Any favourite legends in particular?
Carlos Puyol was one of them for me. I always like Carlos.
The big scorpions slicing.
But what a tackle! What a tackle!
Well, a lot of these guys were taking it pretty seriously, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Perez, it was good to see him. France, Abidal at France too, actually.
He scored a good goal, didn't he?
Yeah, good goal.
We need some howlers in defence.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
too casual.
Barry Ferguson scoring one of the best goals actually.
Unlike himself.
Yeah.
Very.
But no, I must say I enjoyed that actually. It was good.
Where did Scotland end up? You know.
No, I don't think they got past the group stage.
Right.
No, yeah, because they
They
lost to
lost to
England.
Mexico.
That was the big game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Mexico in the opening game. I think 3-1 or something.
Yeah.
And then they got beat off England 3-1, I think. And then they
After
lost.
some ropey officiating from the refs.
Yeah.
There was a few.
Dodgy.
I'd say so. I seen that game. And then they got beat up with Spain. I never seen that game, but I'm sure they got beat up with
Probably would have been Spain. Or would have
Yeah.
been Spain in that group.
Mm.
We bit lucky.
Yeah, tough group again. Typical Scotland.
Typical. And we kick off against England, I think, tomorrow night in the women's
Oh, right.
tournament. So happy days there.
Did you see much of it?
I saw bits and bobs. I saw China play Nigeria, which was actually quite good because the last I watched, I think, on the Friday night. The Thursday night. I think it was after the Aberdeen game. I was very angry, so it was a good kind of settler. But the China Nigeria game was great because I think it finished 3-2.
Right.
China got 2 goals late, and it was very much the minnow David versus Goliath performance. But that game was kind of banter, and then it was Italy came on and played. Who was Italy coming on and play? It was another big team.
Was it France?
It could have been France. I think it was Brazil.
Oh, was it Portugal?
No, I think it was Brazil.
I think
it
it
was
was
Italy and
Brazil.
Brazil, and it was just far more structured, far more organised. And like, it's a bit of banter. I kind of wish I saw Rivaldo try a few kind of Rabona flicks and stuff like that, which is nice to see. Some excellently dribbling goals from Gini and stuff. I saw the Chinese guys were struggling a bit. They were skying shots. At which point I wanted to sign them for Aberdeen, truth be told. But no, I thought it was good. Different to the Masters stuff.
Yeah.
You remember those kind of big blue pitches and
That's right. Yeah.
the screens up around the pitch.
I was like old ice rink circuits.
Aye, I didn't want to be sitting behind the goal at that because a brutal ball in the sand. You weren't
That's
allowed.
true.
And what did you make of the format? Like 20-minute games, I thought was quite long.
No, I thought it was just right. And then extended it half an hour for the
It was
knockouts.
half an hour for the knockouts. Yeah.
So 15 minutes each half.
I think you cut it down to 2 periods of 2 10-minutes so that they're absolutely kind of bursting. It's a bit more.
Going for it.
Every American sport is like split up into 10-minute chunks.
And but only Americans enjoy it so they can go and stuff themselves through hot dogs and pizza.
This is where we're going wrong.
And beer as well.
Beer. Of course, we were very healthy at the horse racing. Only non-alcoholic beverages.
I think it'd be quite good just to scrap Scottish football and do
60s.
soccer 60s. Do you have to be like over the age of like 35?
I don't see why not. I think we just put
Or
forward.
just legends.
We put forward an Edinburgh team, a Glasgow team, and then a rest of Scotland team. Try and get some to the English Premier League. The rest of us just play 60s. I thought we were saying. I think it'd be a great basis for like a football festival. Much in the same sort of line as a music festival.
Or Europa League Festival.
Yes, Europa League festival. I guess if you're setting up a footballing festival, there's always that violence thing that's going to hang over you. There's always going to be Egypt at the turn up. And maybe that's why, it's not a thing. Is that something you'd go along to, you think?
I think so. Huh?
No. If it was like Club 60s up here, I think I'd definitely go and watch it. We could do it during the close season.
There's not much of a close season left anymore.
You think like that tournament ran for
So if we restructure the League Cup to a 60s tournament only,
yes, whoa, how amazing would that
it would certainly, I believe, like Tom Rogic at Celtic is like a world champion five-a-side player.
Is it?
And that's how he was picked up. He's playing in like a Nike tournament or something. Yeah. So if you see him in close quarters, he's actually very good at that sort of thing. So the Betfred Sixes Cup.
Yes,
I know it used to be a big thing in, I think, Russia and things like that, and Czech Republic and things. In their close season, they'd have the indoor football tournaments where the teams kind of putting forward.
Like football.
Aye.
Portugal and stuff as well.
It'd be a good bit of variety. We could maybe have them on sand. We could have different arenas,
Yeah,
different material, lava. See how they contend with that.
The floor's lava.
The floor is lava. So no, it's good to see something different in the Lion game. Absolutely, Darren. It's good to see something to watch. So before we round things up, any big transfer news this week?
Not that I'm aware of. Dean Shields.
Coming
Skip
in.
over that very quickly. One interesting thing that has been coming out recently is Willie Collum. Did you hear about this?
10 grand to Egypt.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Do tell, John. Do tell.
So the Cairo derby, Al Ahly versus Zamalek.
Right.
You butchered that, but okay.
That's true.
I
How
know.
would you pronounce it?
I know, not in the Scottish style. Like.
Zamalek. I'm not going to do it because I'll get done for racism or something.
There you go.
It's actually been played in Alexandria, so it's 120
miles away.
miles away or something like that. There'll still be like 90,000 people there, I can guarantee. But Willie Collum's the man, the referee.
Right.
You're getting paid 10 grand, got flown out, I presume first class. It's like, you could not have picked a more controversial referee to manage one of the most heated derbies.
Maybe that's what they
But
want.
then they're not going to kill him, you know, if he's
Well,
been
you never know.
if he's been flown out as quickly as possible, you know, he's not going to.
When he sends off 4 players, like,
After booking a guy 3 times, you know, that sort of thing.
Maybe he's got like a rep in Egypt or something like that.
Has he done a few
Reputation
international
being-
games before?
Pharaoh Collum.
Faroe Island column, more like. Jeez, that was interesting. Yeah, no, that's bizarre.
Very, it's just of all the refs, you know, even like, they could have got Howard Webb or Clattenburg.
They didn't want to play that Clanman, they're nutters. I thought Beaton was doing quite good refereeing at the weekend. Who was it? I don't know the ref at the Falkirk game.
There was something I'd never heard of.
So I know Scottish refs doing the business. After that miserable Champions League game they did that one year, with the most like blatant offside you've ever seen in your life.
Aye, Craig Thompson will make an absolute mistake in a Dortmund game.
So many howlers. He's now retired, I think. Happy days.
I found that quite funny anyway.
It looks like Hibs are trying to lure Stokes back.
Nah, like you said, they killed the interest in Jimmy Pennant. I'll go Stephen Whittaker.
Okay, Whittaker.
I did see that.
It's quite interesting with Lewis Stevenson just having his testimonial. David Gray.
And right back, yeah, I don't know who he's going to play.
Where's he going to fit? I mean, is he better than either of those two players?
David Gray's one of the best right backs.
And with Stevenson having such long service.
I know, I'm quite surprised. I can understand why he came back. Well, homecoming, I suppose.
He's got nothing else to do.
I mean, they're only really missing Kevin Thompson and Scott Brown in the back who they walked around.
Kevin Thompson not in the lower reaches of the game now.
He's playing junior football somewhere.
Aye. Same with Riordan and all that jazz too.
He was playing for the City. Don't know where he is now. And Kerry O'Connor gave up.
Aye. He was managing, I think, a junior team.
Really? Oh, God help him.
Yeah, kind of in and around the Edinburgh area. I think it'd be good to see Stokes back. I think he could probably still tear up the league despite his antics and such like. So, and then you've got the Aberdeen rumours of being built, and Rangers just not giving up on Jamie Walker.
I don't know how serious that is though. Like, I'm not buying it. I don't think
They're not buying it either.
Like,
They don't have enough.
well, Sibs is still down in Luton apparently.
I don't think it's going to happen. It's been too long.
It has been too long. Apparently he's injured.
He's injured.
Quite how bad that injury is, I don't know. It's just a knock or...
How did that happen?
I don't know, he's never...
He's not even been playing.
No one goes near him.
I think the big problem with him is that 250 grand compensation.
That's an issue. If that wasn't sort of there, he would have been gone sort of long ago.
So we're getting late in the summer now.
Well, you never know.
Is he going to have to say yes to that Falkirk contract on the table? Would they let him say yes to
Well, I
the
don't know
Falkirk?
if Falkirk can remove the offer and how that affects the compensation.
Presumably not, because I'm guessing the idea behind the compensation is that these guys have somewhere to go in the event of. Would you take him back for a year at the cost of £250,000?
Of course. I think
Would the board take him back for a year at a cost of £250,000?
that's a different story. The board are playing funny with guys around, like there's a meeting coming up very soon, and I'll talk about this another day I suppose, but they're effectively looking for fans to put more money in.
Oh yeah,
From January signings.
we were handed a leaflet of the game, like for some back the Bairns event to help with their transfer.
Aye.
I thought, there's better causes in the world.
I thought it was just downright cheeky. I don't want to go into it, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go. I'm going to go to the meeting, but
Yeah.
just for manner.
We'll go into it another day. John will give us the feedback of what is going on. So I guess that rounds off our Sofa Manager Scottish Football podcast for this week. Thank you very much if you have been listening. Shout out to the guys that got the Effie Ambrose right on the Instagram. I will find your names in a moment to get you a wee shout out. Make sure you've listened right at the end. I'll never know. I'm not telling you where these mentions are. So thanks for listening from me, Paul.
Thanks for listening, everyone, from Dan.
Cheers, guys.
And we will be back next week with more Betfred League Cup coverage. Of course, as you tell me that horrendous jingle. And shout out to _Josh.Kennedy_ and Robbie_Heron who got the Effie Ambrose question. See you later, guys. So, you know how much editing that took me.